Hello, and thank you for watching this tutorial on crafting 3-star items for your Lucius weapon. I am Honeynozuka Senpai of Behemoth server, and this was requested of me by several of my free company folks, as well as a few friends on the server. Now, I will start out by informing you that depending on the craft will require different cross-class abilities. Currently I am going to be doing the duck broth for Culinarian, Lucius weapon. So what I've got for cross-class abilities are Careful Synthesis 2, Comfort Zone, Rapid Synthesis, Innovation, Tricks of the Trade, Waste Not, Ingenuity 2, I don't really utilize it, Manipulation, obviously Baragut's Blessing. Piece by piece will not be used in this synthesis, only under the simplest circumstances of the fact that it's 222 difficulty, it would be a waste of 15 CP. Now, let's get into the synthesis of the matter. As you noticed, I was not utilizing any high quality materials in the crafting of this item. I wanted to do this just to demonstrate that you can achieve between 80 to 100% synthesis almost 100% of the time under ideal circumstances. There is a lot of RNG in crafting these items, so do not be surprised if you see a failure. Okay, I expect it, but I hope for the best. Now, to get into the brunt work, first we'll start out with our comfort zone as usual. Anytime we get Tricks of the Trade proc, we're going to tally that for our additional 20 CP. So there's one Tricks of the Trade. Inner Quiet needs to be up, obviously. Next we apply Steady Hand 2. We do our first Rapid Synthesis. It failed. Worse things have happened. We do our next Rapid Synthesis. Okay. Now, at 20 durability and 3 stacks of Steady Hand 2, the next ability I'm going to utilize is Manipulation. I utilize Manipulation over Master's Mend for the simple fact that 4 CP adds up over the course of the duration of this synth. When I have 12 CP over, additional, or 16, depending on how many times I get Tricks of the Trade, that equals quite a bit. You would be surprised. So, I utilize the Manipulation. My next ability is Hasty Touch. I get a Tricks of the Trade proc. Now we've got an additional 40 CP. Okay, my next ability, 1 stack of Manipulation, no Steady Hand 2, 30 progress, is going to be Careful Synthesis 2. Okay, I want this progress bar to be within 1 touch of finishing the craft. Now, 30 durability, Comfort Zone's about to fall off. I immediately apply it right after Steady Hand 2. We need every bit of CP we can get out of this synth. Okay, we're going to use a Hasty Touch. It failed, not a big deal. I have 3 stacks of 3 stacks of Steady Hand 2. Currently available to me, so once again I will utilize Manipulation. In the event that I get Tricks of the Trade after Manipulation, I still have 1 step of Steady Hand 2 left. We want to try to squeeze every bit out of that 25 CP we're using to our advantage. Failure. Success. Now, in the event that you end up failing, typically more than about 4 times on this synth, you almost want to always reclaim. I will usually push it to the very, very end of it, and if I see that I can't get to at least 10 stacks, then I'll reclaim. Only for the reason that I don't really feel like going through and trying to get these materials again and again and again. Now, need to go ahead and apply Steady Hand 2. We're going to hit our Hasty Touch. Next again, Manipulation. Tricks of the Trade. Manipulation. Sorry. Hasty Touch. Now, I'm in a very, very tight rut here. I've got 30 durability, 6 stacks of Inner Quiet. Now, there's a slim chance we can get this up to 9 stacks off of 70. So my apologies, it's not 70, it's 81 CP, but that's risking a lot. So in this situation, I'm actually just going to reclaim and go for the next step. Okay, I'm just going to burn out my steps on hasty touches, get my materials back. Okay, as you can see, I have crafted 7 high quality out of this so far, out of the materials I've currently had, and I've ended up with 1 NQ. That was my fault earlier. Oof. I just noticed my food is about to fall off. Let's reset that. Okay, now that that's reset, let's get back into our synth. Once again, comfort zone, inner quiet, tricks of the trade. That's 1. Steady hand 2. Rapid synthesis. Hasty touch. Manipulation. There's our tricks of the trade. As I was saying, right after manipulation, I still have 1 stack of steady hand 2. Okay. Now, right here, I've got a stack of manipulation. Instead of utilizing steady hand 2 to get this back up to 40 durability, I'm going to utilize my careful synthesis 2 to bring my progress bar right to where I want it, so I can finish this synth at any very moment. Any given moment. Whatever, I can't speak. It's fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. Anyhow, my comfort zone fell off. We reapply it. Hasty touch. Now, here we have a tricks of the trade. I've got 2 stacks of steady hand too. So under this circumstance at 20 durability, I'm actually going to utilize hasty touch, bring this down to 10 durability, okay? Because if I would have used manipulation and gotten this tricks of the trade proc, I would have wasted at least 1 opportunity for quality. Now this way I waste no opportunities for quality. I get my manipulation up. That just really screws me over, but there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, ultimately we want to try to get this inner quiet stack up to 11 if possible, but even on poor quality, inner quiet goes a lot further down the road than not to utilize it here. Okay, now as you see, we are still currently at 20 durability, but I'm going to have 2 stacks of steady hand 2 once again. We take the higher road, we utilize comfort zone again, tricks of the trade proc, manipulation, tricks of the trade proc, steady hand 2. Now, here I've actually got myself in a really nice spot to utilize waste not. I've got 147 CP, I've got 6 current stacks of comfort zone. So there's no way unless I get tons of tricks of the trade procs to be able to finish out that comfort zone. So, as well as given the fact that I've got manipulation, what I'm going to do is I will utilize this waste knot. And the next 4 steps will all be hasty touches unless I get 1 good quality tricks of the trade. Actually, I take that back. I might utilize 1 basic touch to make sure I get to that 10 stacks. Right here. I'm going to actually hit basic touch now. Okay. I don't want to risk my inner quiet without great strides on an excellent unless it's at 10 stacks. I have done that before, and actually at that 8 stacks I would have hit about 32% quality. It would have been a risk that I would have lost. So now I've got 2 remaining stacks, my 10 inner stacks of inner quiet. If I would have paid attention here, I would have actually utilized basic touch on that last one to get my 11 stacks. Now, mistakes aside, here's how we're going to do this. We're going to go for regular steady hand, great strides, innovation. Okay, the reason that I utilize innovation isn't necessarily for the bonus proc, but for the additional step because I know I have the CP. It takes... Oh, I have to recalculate this. Actually, I don't need to. It's 96 CP to utilize steady hand, great strides, innovation, and Barragot's blessing. So as long as you have more than 96 CP or projected more than 96 CP, given that comfort zone is going to fall off at just the right time, That's the route that I take to try to proc this good quality on Baragot's Blessing. Not always does it work, so I still end up with Innovation, giving me a nice boost to my current control, my base control that is. So here we go, Baragot's Blessing. All NQ materials 100% condition with 10 stacks of Inner Quiet. Congratulations, you have just crafted your first pot of duck broth high quality, or whatever item you are sought after for your Lucius weapons. At a second note, have a nice day or night, whatever time you might be watching this. Aiko, you're welcome.